The El País newspaper
Indeed,
reporting that several people were left lying on the ground. Police have now cordoned off the area, as you were saying, shutting down the streets and stores. We know that emergency services were also asking for the metro and train stations in that area to be shut down. You know, Spain, we've seen horrific attacks over the last number of years in Paris 2015, Brussels in March 2016. We haven't seen that sort of thing, though, in Spain.
We haven't, and we don't know whether that is because of the security efforts that the Spanish police have taken, because Spain has a significant history of dealing with terrorist attacks from ETA, the Basque separatist group, which has killed over 800 people over about 4 decades. And they also suffered a massive train bombing attack in 2004 at the station, with bombs going off. And so it was quite normal for people to see very heavily armed police officers on the streets of Spain. There is a lot of work that is done coordinating, particularly with the terrorist armed the police forces in other parts of Europe, particularly since the attacks in Paris. We've seen lots of work across the borders, but it may just be that sooner or later many people here feared that the kind of attacks we'd seen in France and Germany might come here.
Indeed, Sarah, you mentioned there those attacks back in 2004. I believe at the time they came ahead of general elections in the country, but, you know, nothing like that on the cards in Spain at the minute. So really nothing to explain why, you know, this van may have tried to mow down people. And that's what it appears so far, at least, is that it was a very deliberate attack on, again, the most touristy area of Barcelona.
That would fit in with the pattern in the attacks in Paris and Nice, that the extremist groups seem to go for the most striking tourist areas to cause the maximum publicity, and to be able to then put that on the social networks and attract the attention of the media everywhere. And you might ask the question, why not the capital of Madrid? And the answer to that might be that Barcelona just has more tourists, would attract more attention, has the beach and the Rambla. Many people who live in Barcelona say it's just heaving with tourists in the summer, maybe too many. And so this is really going to be an attack that's going to shock people from all over Europe, all over the world.
Indeed. Sarah, we'll let you get back to trying to talk to officials and people there to find out a bit more about what is happening. We're just hearing that the driver of that white van that went onto the footpath, mowing down dozens of people, we're being told, injuring many, actually fled the scene on foot. That's according to El País, again, local newspaper, citing a police source. Sarah, we'll be back to you, no doubt, very shortly throughout our bulletins here on France 24. But for now, thanks indeed. Well, we will keep a close eye on that developing situation for you, but for